Hello everybody, it's me Beata and welcome to today's video. Today I would like to answer one of your questions. So as I read all my comments, I came through this one comment I would like to share with you, okay? So I have a question. What if his Saturn trine my moon and Venus and her Saturn square his Venus? How do we analyze it then? For example, do two good points can override the one bad point in Synastry, considering both individuals has no hard aspects in their own natal chart regarding these planets? Thanks in advance. Okay guys, this one is a bit advanced, but regardless, I wanted to share this video because, you know, I find this question very interesting and I mean, this is exactly how we all think about Synastry, that, you know, like two good points can override one bad, but, you know, it is really not exactly like that, okay? And to be even more honest, I have to tell you that it's not like that at all. But let's break down this question. So, is his Saturn trine her Moon and Venus, and her Saturn squares his Venus? Now, you know, on the top of that, these good points and the one square, they pretty much, they really cannot be applied at all, because it will be her, who is Moon and Venus, who will receive Saturn's, let's say, support and stability. You know, that guy who is Saturn is trining her Venus and Moon. So her, that girl, will be in receiving mode of support, love, stability, and all the good things pretty much that Saturn can provide, okay? So in this case, Saturn is like sole provider of home stability, you know. She can definitely rely on the Saturn, but I really don't want to go deeply into what that exactly means. But point being is that in this case, she will be the one who will thrive, right? Because his Saturn trines her personal planets. But on the contrary, her Saturn is squaring his Venus, okay? So surprisingly, his experience of her will be very, very different. You know, he, as a Venus, will experience her as someone cold, distant, and even at times as someone who pretty much restrict her love towards him, okay? By the way, Saturn square Venus is, of course, number one aspect of unrequited love. May or may not be, but what I have found out during my practice is that these difficult Saturn contacts, they simply mean obstacles, okay? Obviously, they happen and they will happen in Synastry and even in relationships of couples who are in a long-term commitments, but especially this one can be very difficult, okay? So obviously, experience of the relationship will be different for each of them. And we really cannot mix these two things, okay? Because it is really not like that because, you know, his Saturn is in trine to two of her personal planets, it will override difficult effect, which will most likely happen because her Saturn is squaring his Venus, okay? This is not at all how it works in astrology, okay? Their experience of the relationship will be very, very different, you know, no matter of natal chart aspects. And you know, in this case, because our viewer wrote me that none of them have hard aspects in their own natal chart regarding this planet. So this will be like added layer of difficulty for that guy, because his Venus is in square to her Saturn. Okay, so on the top of that, this is even energy he's not even used to, right? So honestly, what this may mean is that it will be very difficult for this relationship even to start. Okay, and you know, astrology is such a complex, and we really need to even read astrology as this one complex thing, and we really should not pick only one or two aspects and judge whole relationship based on that. But again, there is this misconception that even I give you another example of misconception. It's like, I don't know, when you have like your moon and there is this trine to his Neptune, and then again you are moon and there is this square to his Saturn, and then again you are moon and there is this sextile to his Venus. Okay, and some people are inclined to believe that two easy contacts which were made to his Venus and to his Neptune can override that one difficult contact to his Saturn. Okay, this is common misconception we people have about how it works, but this is really not like that, because let me tell you, square always wins. Okay, because square is the aspect which is typically felt very much, because there's a lot of tension, right? There is that square, there's a lot of energy, tension, and honestly, all squares, oppositions and conjunctions, they override easy contacts in synastry. And when it comes to difficult contacts, tricky part is that difficult contacts can actually be very alluring at the beginning of the relationship, right? Like if you are Venus and there is like square to someone's Pluto, there is like magnetic attraction coming from Venus to Pluto. You know, it's like you become obsessed over Pluto person, and really you can fall in love very madly and deeply because it's square, right? It's really felt from very beginning. But what I have found out, it can be very difficult to live in healthy relationship with too many squares. Now, don't get me wrong, because each relationship has challenges. And squares and oppositions, shall we say, are challenges of the relationship. And that's why I strongly encourage you to really read synastry reading as a complex, okay? Because in this video I was able to answer that it is really not like that two easy aspects can override one bad, because that one difficult contact still wins, okay? And in this case I would assume that two easy contacts are like supporters in a sense, but still difficult square will win the competition, so shall we say, okay? So yeah, I'm here for you. If you want me, I can read your relationship horoscope. I offer a bunch of services when it comes to horoscopes. Everything essential is written in the description below, like type of horoscopes I offer. I'm also a tarot reader and I can teach you astrology as well, because currently I have two courses. One is Synastry advanced course and composite course as well, and another one is Lilith Synastry course. Okay, so you can learn astrology with me. Otherwise, you can contact me. I can prepare your relationship horoscope for you. I work with my clients on a daily basis, and you know, astrology is really helpful tool. But yeah, there is also a lot of myth about astrology and even aspects and how it works, etc. And the way I read horoscope is really that I need to see big picture first. Okay, this is how I always, you know, start, because we, especially if you are like someone who wants to learn astrology, we like to lose ourselves in like minor things, right, of the synastry, or in one aspect or something. But typically you really cannot judge it, right, just by one aspect. Okay, you always have to check the range of the orb. You know, the tighter the orb, the more you will feel the effect. And always remember that difficult aspects like square and opposition, they really override a lot, especially if they are tight. You know, that these are the challenges of the relationship, and it cannot be like minimized by one or two or even three easy aspects. Okay guys, it's everything I have for you today. I wish you a very nice day, and bye bye.